Hey, it's Kelly here at Don't Run with Scissors, your favorite Jeep driving mom of twins, lawyer who has two crazy rescue dogs and likes to craft because that's what I do. So welcome back. If you're new here, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the like button because it sends me a little note and it boosts my self-esteem, and that's what we all need, right? And if you're not new here, welcome back. Welcome to the crazy that is my life. It's Monday night. It is, I don't even know what day of August 16th. Time is flying. What the heck? Time is going crazy. Believe it or not, those are clean dishes. My son or my daughter, I'm not sure whose chore it is to put them away, but I washed them, and at midnight last night, I cleaned out the refrigerator. I don't know who I am. My anxiety is getting the best of me in some regards. I have a busy week. I had a crazy week last week at the office, and we're gearing up for another busy week. And then like in no time, next to no time, classes start. I have 11 credits, y'all, is paid for. My books, I got the notice that my book, one of them is an actual book, and it has a component that's online as well. It's shipped. I have 11 credits. 12 credits considers you full time. What? So, yeah. My son has 14 credits. He elected to take sign language 1 and 2. He got into the class with me. I was going to take the class that was closer to the house, but if I did, he'd be waitlisted. So I elected to take the class that's a little bit further out, where I'll be on Wednesday nights, because then we could be in the same class, as well as my friend Kat. So I was like, okay, that works. It's a little bit of a more drive, but whatever. It's not a horrible drive. It's a little bit of a scary drive in the middle of the night because it's winding, and you're like, at some of the points, you're right on the edge of a lake, and it totally freaks me out. But we won't discuss that because I've got to get past it, apparently. And then in the middle of the week last week, my daughter came back to me. Neither one of my kids are good online learners. This does not surprise me because, am I getting blown out there? I don't know what's going on. Oh, there we go. It's adjusted. Sorry. I have no idea I don't know. Neither one of my kids are good online learners. Not surprised. I am not a good online learner. I need to be sitting my butt in a class, and I prefer a class with an attendance policy, so I just can't blow it off because I know myself. I'm almost 50. I know what I'm good at and what I'm not good at. So Bean had a little bit of an issue with a couple classes last year, which they were all virtual. And as a result, some of her financial aid was pulled, at least temporarily, till she can get it back up. Well, we're finding out in the 11th hour, and then somehow she has a bill from last year. And it's not like it's a couple $100 bill. So we're sorting through that with them, but I'm like, I don't have that kind of cash. I mean, I don't know many people who would have that amount of cash. Bean's school is a private university. So what she has elected to do, and I think it's so smart of her, and at first I was, okay, I'm going to admit right now, as a parent, I lost my shit last week on both of them. Absolutely lost my shit. About responsibility, helping out here, hiding, and that's not fair to me. Like, I shouldn't have to do the dishes every single day. They're 20 years old. Like, they can help out too. So we had as I affectionately call them, a come meet Jesus talk. So this next semester, actually, both kids are going to be attending our community college. The sucky part is Bean's school, the one academic, her primary academic advisor, is still fairly new, which is fine, but like, Bean took a class and she has to repeat it because she didn't do well. And it's called, oh, let me grab my little paper here. I wrote things, I write myself notes. Yeah, I'm that person. I have notes everywhere, everywhere. So she took Intro to the Aging Experience, which is supposed to transfer to the community college as GRN 2510. Bean's like, I can't find it. And I'm like, what do you mean you can't find it? If they're telling you that's what it is, maybe it's not offered this semester, but check the course catalog that has all of the classes ever offered at the university. It's not offered at, there is no GRN prefix. There's none. Now there's a sociology class that is orientation to the aging process. And I was like, well, ask your advisor if that counts. Maybe they've just changed the name and that your school hasn't updated their list. And he says, no, we won't count it. And there's no equivalent at Bean School. There was Principles of Management Information Systems, some computer class, like Intro to Computer Systems, I'm assuming. Bean can't even really tell me what the class was about, which really kind of raises a red flag as how close she was paying attention to this class. But several of her classes were totally self-paced. There wasn't a teacher giving a lecture either, like at a set time. It was crazy. So she's apparently there's no equivalent to that at the community college either. What? Whatever. So we're trying to get her into the same signing class that the boy and I are in, and our friend Kat is in. We don't know where she is on the list. We're trying to figure out how to get her into English 2 because she passed English 1 and she needs English 2. And she has Intro to Philosophy. So if all is said and done, she will end up about 14 credits as well this semester. So yeah. And at the community college, she gets to take some class about building your self-esteem. It's a 2-credit class. It transfers. Come on, people. Like, I don't know. So yeah. And because I don't have enough to do in my spare time, I also signed up to become a certified life coach. I did finish my training to be a guardian ad litem, so I have to notify my courts that I'm available for that kind of stuff as well. And I looked into becoming a domestic relations mediator. It's a $900 class. It's a 40-hour class. What am I thinking? I'm trying to use my time wisely. Like, I've already done all my CLEs for the year. They've been done for months. And again, the light is going crazy. I don't know. It's got to be a ghost. Maybe I have a ghost in my lighting system. Yeah, because I don't have enough to do. Yeah. I followed up on one of my test results. They had to do, everybody should go have your mammogram. All my women friends, you should go have your mammogram. So previously I did same system, but I guess they're not totally linked together hospital-wise. So the mammogram reading person here at the one I went to this time, didn't have the privilege of seeing my prior scans and came back and said, we see several concerning areas. Of course, I panicked because that's what I do. And I'm like, great, because on top of all of this, that's what I need, right? So they ordered the old test so that they could compare them just to make sure. So they finally got a hold of that, and they also did an ultrasound. It wasn't like, it wasn't, okay, so it is an ultrasound. and something, I don't know. I just close my eyes and go, just take care of it. Everything's okay. They think they're just like there's fibrous tissue in there, but it's not like anything to worry about. It's like, okay, they're like, but we're going to re-mammogram you in 6 months. That's fine, because up until the pandemic started, they had already found a spot and did a biopsy. So I had been going every 6 months anyway. So I got like a year and a half off because I, missed the 1 year mark because COVID. So yeah, so I'll go in about 6 months and have another one done just to make sure everything that is what we're dealing with. My doctor said if I really want, he'll push and the insurance will cover it in 3 months. So that's okay. I think we're good. So yeah, so we've done that. We've registered for classes for the most part, waiting on a few callbacks. I'm actually really surprised. So I lost my shit, like I said, on my kids. And my kids are 20. It's not like they're little people. They're 20. They're adults. And since then, guess who hasn't had to do laundry? Guess who hasn't had to make her own bed? Guess who hasn't made dinner? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Apparently. So the night I lost my shit, I have a whiteboard that we can, like, with the dry erase board. So that it used to say like emergency numbers and stuff, but the kids have since programmed all of that stuff. I mean, my kids have my neurosurgeon's number in their phones so that if they think that it's an issue with my shunt, they can call it. And so on the board, cleaned it off, and she goes, all right. And she looks at the boy child. She goes, you want this day or this day for this charge? Sure. If I wash the clothes, are you going to fold them? And then she looked at me and she goes, your job is to work out every day. Okay. And I have to cook dinner, I think, 3 nights a week. Which is fine. That means they're each taking 2. That's fine. And I said, but I likely won't be cooking dinner on Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. So yeah. So it's been very interesting here. I bought highlighters. I know this is about all of my haul right now. I bought highlighters at the Walmart because I actually do like Walmart. I know I shouldn't like Walmart, but it's just easier to do one-stop shopping. So I try not to go to Walmart, but sometimes it's just easier with everybody's stuff. So I bought these highlighters. They're gel highlighters, and I used them for the first time. They're really weird. I don't like them. And I've got a whole pack of like 8. They're weird. They're weird. It's creepy. I don't know. I'm gonna have to buy new highlighters because my OCD is not going to allow me to use those for a semester. It's not going to happen. It's not. So I have been working tons. We had court hearing via Zoom. I also met with the pain management doctor. The 8th, the 9th. I think the 9th. He's going to do steroid injections. Does that sound right? Some sort of injection into the bursa sac in both of my hips. We're going to try and see if that will at least get me through a couple laps at Bear Lake. I don't think my body is going to hold up for 33 miles on that trail. I would be shocked if it did. Now that's not to say we won't try to push and see how far we can get. But I don't think this is the year we're going to hit an ultra. And it sucks. But it's my own fault. It's my own fault. So I also had a come meet Jesus talk with my coach. about how overwhelmed I was with everything and some other situations and where I am training wise. He writes me back, and he's a dear friend of mine. Don't get like my coach and I are tight. Like I could come to him with any concern I have about life, and we would hash it out. And we're very on the same page. He's also an attorney. He's actually a public defender in New York. So he's a great guy. Like he gets it with me. He gets my brain. Which I got to give the man major props for that. So we had a big talk about everything Friday night, Saturday night, one of those 2 nights. And he came back and he goes, okay, so we're going to change some things because it sounds like you're way overwhelmed with things. And he goes, and he reminded me, he's like, okay, pick your 3. He's like, pick your 3. What are the 3 top things you need to get done each day? That's what I want to hear. And so like literally I've been going, he goes, okay. And so this weekend, can you get in like a 30-minute run and a 90-minute bike? And I was like, okay, that's doable. Now I didn't drag out my treadmill, or the dreadmill as I call it, the dreadmill, until tonight. The kids helped me move some stuff around and it's out in the living room. And so I ran tonight, and he was like, you know what? I'm going to take it. I know you did 2 90-minute rides over the weekend. I'm going to take your run today. And I was like, awesome. He's like, you did great. Was it the best run I've ever had? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Was it an okay run? Yeah. Did I get it done? Yes. I checked it off the list, and that's okay. I would show you the book I read, too. It's like 60 pages. I think it's 57 pages. And it's the one about how to clean your house when you're drowning. And so I read that. And we've tried a couple things out of, like a couple of the ideas and the suggestions. Oh my God, they work. Like it actually works for me. Like the one was, so being in my hair is super, super fine. Like we have tons of it, but it's super fine. And it tangles and mats if you breathe wrong on it. So Bean's hair, and she's got some sensory issues. And so she had her hair was matted, and I was just like, oh my God. And I kept saying, do you want help? And she's like, no, because I knew it would hurt her. And she's going to, like, where she's a human, she's going to do anything she can to avoid being hurt. And I said, do you want to just go get it cut? And she's like, no. And I get that. Like, okay. I mean, I don't want my hair cut either, because unless it's just a trim, because I've been bald, not by my own choice, but I've been bald thanks to brain surgery. So one of the ideas in the book was to just, even if her hair, like the idea was that her hair was already dirty, to go in the shower, wet it down, and load it up with really, really good, like we got argan oil conditioner, and we just loaded up her hair with that, kind of like one of those things, put a shower cap on it for 15 minutes. And then I took my, I have a wide tooth, those wide tooth combs, and you start at the bottom and you just, seriously, it worked. There were no tears, there was no swearing, it was awesome. Her hair is still tangle free. It's been 3 days. I'm going to take that 3 days. So then she was laughing, and I go, hey Bean, now she knows I brush my hair every day, right? It had been matted because I was in the Jeep with the top down yesterday, which God love. I will take every single sunny day where I can take the Jeep out without its top on. So my hair was all matted. She goes, you want me to get the conditioner? I had to laugh. So we did that. And then the other suggestion was, I think a lot of us go at things and we go, okay, I'm going to clean the bathroom. And it has to be, it's an all or nothing proposition. You either have to clean all of the bathroom or you don't clean it. And sometimes when you're overwhelmed, you can't, like, I don't have time every day. Well, I don't clean my bathroom every day, but I don't have time twice a week sometimes to think, oh my God, I have to do the entire bathroom. And the book is like, but you don't have to do it that way. And I'm like, what? That's how I grew up. I don't know. And the book says, look, if it takes you one day to wipe down your vanity and your bathroom sink, and another day to scrub your toilet, and another day to do your shower, that's fine. Because guess what? At the end of the time, your bathroom's still clean. And then she said what you do is get, you know, the toilet bowl wand things with the little disposable scrubby things? She says get one for your toilet, one for your shower. If you're in there showering and you're just kind of like, you can scrub your toilet, take the toilet wand and use it in your shower. That's why she says buy two, because you use one for the shower, one for the toilet. She's like, scrub your shower, and then it will rinse as you're washing. What? Okay, but it works. My shower's never been cleaner. Because I wash it now. I scrub it now with the toilet bowl wand, although that's not, it's the shower wand in my book. I've managed to have time to scrub it. Between the three of us, it's been scrubbed twice now in 4 days. My toilet bowl has never looked better because, again, it's 2 seconds with this little wand thingy, and then like the bleach wipe to do the seat and that. The toilet looks fantastic. My bathroom hasn't been this clean in forever. My dishes, they're all done. Except for tonight's dishes. Like, who the heck? Because it's broke down. And it's not overwhelming. Like, okay. So maybe tonight I just watched, you know, like when I first did the dishes, she was like, so maybe the first night all you do is your cups and your silverware. Okay. She goes, and there's no harm in eating on paper plates. My mother used to hate us eating on paper plates. We were never allowed to do that. Even if we ate outside, she had these plastic plates. And so, yeah, like, that's what I thought you had to do. Like, heck no, I went to Walmart and bought a big stack of paper plates. Because if all you're having is a sandwich and some chips, you can eat it off a paper plate. Just saying. So I'm on that front, like things are getting calmed down a little bit. I did volunteer to sew another quilt test pattern. Same designer. I cannot wait. It's so cute. It's for boy. Like it's a little bit more leaning towards boy. But that's awesome. Because a friend of mine who usually has me make quilts for his cousin's kids, he'll end up buying it off of me. So then it's like a win-win. But the thing, or I'll use it as a shower gift. So cute. So that's on my agenda this week. Well, or before exams, before I go back to school. I have the wedding Friday night. I get to do it. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for them. They're such a great couple. So yeah, so I have to sit down and write down what I'm probably going to say. Probably, because I'm me. They expect that from me. So yeah, so long story short, well, okay, it's not short, it's still long because we're now 25 minutes into this and we haven't talked stitching at all. I did get some stitching in, but okay, what I want to do is work on 99 by Ink Circles every freaking day. I'm loving the stitch. I know that you're like on the little labels or something, you may only be stitching like 3 stitches in that color and then you have to change threads. And I get that some people don't like that. I absolutely understand that because sometimes I wish, you know, but each bottle is like having a little finish and I get to cheer and I'm like, yay. So so I've gotten that done, or it's not done. I've got 3 shelves done. I cannot wait to show you because that is really and truly what I want to stitch. Like, yeah, bring me the beer bottles. And if you could bring me the beer, that would be even better. Yeah. So with that, let's go over the little bit of stitching I have done. So I've been working on Pikachu in this cool kit. These kits, like I know I said it last week. First of all, like the X's, like the little, whatever color it is, it's really and truly dead on the square. And if you did stamped cross stitching, like I did, like tried to do back when I was young, much younger, you can remember where like the symbol might be half on one square and half on the other. And then you're like, which one does it go on? That is not the issue with these in this case. The only thing that, okay, so if I have to complain about something, and I know I don't have to complain, the only thing that's kind of annoying to me is like, okay, see this yellow? Okay, so you know it's supposed to be Pikachu down here, right? And he's in like this really cute scene. Okay, so for those of you who know Pokemon, Pikachu is yellow. He's yellow. Why isn't Pikachu on this yellow instead of red? I don't get that. So that's my own personal issue. That would be the only complaint, because honestly, it's when I'm like stressed out and I don't want to have to worry about counting, and I don't want to have to worry about like, okay, my pattern's over here and this is over here. This is the greatest project. And it's going by super fast. As you can tell, I already have all of this blue-green up in here and down through here. And then I have this sky up and through here. So, and I haven't worked on it. Today is my third day working on it. So I'm pretty pleased with my progress. If I'm able to keep this up at this rate, I should have no problem getting it to her by the deadline, or by when I told her it would be. Okay, so made my little project bags. They're not perfect. They're not perfect, but they're usable. And I'm not selling them, so they don't have to be perfect. They just have to work for me. And they do. So this is 99 by ink circles. And again, this is the pattern. It is, oh, I love this pattern. I honestly don't think I'm going to have, like sometimes when you decide to stitch it a second time and you're like, I'm not one to stitch the same thing twice. I don't think I'm going to have a problem stitching this one twice. So is that not glorious? I love it. Love it. So we only have, let's see, 9, 8, 7, 6 more shelves to do. 6 more shelves. Oh my God. So fun. I mean, they're so cute. So yeah, so as I finish my beers, I post them on my Instagram story, so you can always, and I also post like what each one is according to the pattern. That again by ink circles. It's a fantastic stitch. Everybody should do it. Let's see, what else did I do? That's really the main thing that I did. I did have a new start. I was kind of craving a new start. This is the gift from my coach. Where's the name? Oh, I went to Joann's. I spent $1.53. $1.53. That's all I spent. $1.53. I never get out of Joann's spending $1.53 up until this time because yeah. Oh. I spent it out. I bought 3 flosses that I needed. 2 for the beer bottles that I didn't have or I ran out of, and then 1 for this one. This is Baphomet. I don't know. I can't say it. It's by Unconventional Stitches by Christopher Level. It's a big one. It's 600 by 600. Yeah, but that's the one my coach picked out that he wanted. God love John, because yeah, this is not one I would have gravitated to buy or to stitch. But I decided to start that because it's not going to get done if I don't start it. And I was itching for a new start. And I'm not saying that this was the new start I wanted, but it is what it is. So look, have a big, Amy loves these. Look, I have a big fat fabric. And it's still doubled at that point. And there's my little teeny tiny stitching. I don't even think there's not 100 stitches in there. There's not. Nope. Nope. So we have that. Now I'll have to search for it because I folded it on the inside instead of the outside, but whatever. Whatever. So yeah, that's really and truly all the stitching I've done. I want to get my True Colors sale done. I've been still participating in the common thread, common threaded stitcher on Instagram, which has been fun to see. Totally fun to see. Yeah, that's. I want to make a bunch more project bags just because that way the fabric is out of my way, and then my projects are in cute little bags. So hopefully they'll look a little bit more organized. That's really and truly that's. I know I'm not very exciting. I'm just me. I'm very grateful. By the way, shout out, Denise. Your husband and your family and his team are in my prayers. If you don't know Denise, you should go watch Black Ribbon Studio. Love her. Love her. And because I love her, she has connected me with several other women who are now in my tribe. Love them all. I think that is one of the coolest thing about us as stitchers is that we're a very diverse group, but two, we're very like, okay, these are my people. You're in my tribe. You're in my circle. Yes. And I like that. My triathlon family is very much that way as well. And for the most part, the Jeep family is like that too. It's pretty cool. So yeah. So we have that. And then Susan and Janet have been reaching out and checking on me with the storms and stuff. The floor, I did not get the flooding at my place, thank God, although I had like flashbacks from 2014 where our house that we lived in at that point did flood. And I lost the kids' babies books and like a lot of their baby pictures. And that, I think, out of all of the things that we lost, like toys can be replaced, but I can't replace their baby like pictures from when they were a baby. And I think, and at that point, because I scrapbooked really well, like really heavily, I sort of gave up scrapbooking just out of frustration. It's like, why? And it's kind of a dumb reason to give it up, but I did. I finally figured out why. I was like, that's about when I gave up scrapbooking because I was already behind, but that didn't bother me that I was behind. What bothered me is, watching it just sort of turn to mush from the water. So yeah, but the flood, like the storms we have not sustained any damage from the floods or from the rain and all of that. So thank goodness. Yesterday, like I said, I had the top off the Jeep, which was glorious. But the Jeep top had to come back on because we are expecting the rain to start. And we're expecting rain all week. But yeah. We moved things in the living room. I need to finish painting. I say that every week. Then I need to paint back here. I say that every week. One day you guys are going to come and it will finally be painted. It's not this week. Although the kids did say they were going to start helping me with the painting. So, which would be great because, yeah. So yeah, that's all I got. I can't believe my dog's been quiet for you guys. They are in the house. I will tell you that they are here. So yeah, at that, as far as plans, obviously I have to keep working on Pikachu. I'm still trying to do 1 bottle of beer a night, which is a great way to tackle it. It makes it very easy. If I can get more than 1 bottle done, I do. If I can't, I can't. There's been a couple days where I missed one, but then the next day I was able to stitch 2 or 3 bottles. So my target is essentially 1 bottle a night. Um, There is the Hope Sale. Don't forget that from Stitch Life magazine. If you have not seen it, it is by donation. The proceeds are going to Out Youth in Texas, in Houston, Texas, Austin, Texas. So check that out. It's a gorgeous little sampler. People are starting to well, they're using the hashtag Hope Sampler on Instagram, and we're starting to see more and more of them finish, and they're so pretty. Every one of them is different. It's awesome to see. It's so excited. I'm so excited about that. Yeah, on that happy note, my goal is I have to run 3 times this week, and that includes this today. And if that is the case, then I can sew something new to me, or I can start a new start for stitching. That's my goal. 3 days of running this week, which means I have 2 more to put in. Oh, and if you have it's a little store called Nothing Bunt Cake. Go. They're fantastic. They have little, I guess it could be a 2-person, or it could be a hungry triathlete, 1 serving. But it's a little teeny tiny bundt cake. They have big, normal ones too, and it's got the frosting on it. They have a gluten-free one, and if you are gluten-free, their gluten-free bundt cake tastes just like the regular bundt cake. It was so good to have tonight, and didn't bother my tummy. So yeah. As far as other books, I have read The Witness Wore Red, which is about the Warren Jeffs and his wife, one of his wives. I thought it would talk more about the actual courtroom proceedings and all of that and how that transpired. It just barely touched on it, so that was a little disappointing in that book. I finished the 6th book of Harry Potter from the library. How come nobody warned me? Somebody should have warned me about the 6th book. So I'm a little mad at all of you. Because, yeah. So now I have to wait for the 7th book to come up. I have it on hold. I'm the next in line. So I read that. The Witness Wore Red. What else have I read? Oh, The Mind of a Champion, or The Champion Mind. It's about sports and making sure that you're focused on your A game kind of thing. And I really needed to hear a lot of what was in that book. It started off a little quarter to halfway in, I was like, okay, this is going to be good. This is what I need. So that was good. So total, I think we're at book 62 out of 100 for the year. So that's cool. That's exciting. I have 11 books total on my Audible. Right now I'm reading one. Actually, it's by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Didn't know he was an author. He wrote about, during World War II, there was an all-black battalion, and it's their story. And I found out about it on TikTok, of all places. But I just started it, and I'm looking forward to getting through that and hearing about that. I am just over halfway about in the book South to Freedom, and that is about the slavery, and how we all hear how they ran to the north, but this is about how they went to Mexico. It's a little bit of a difficult read because you're hearing a lot about the policy and the politics between okay, is Mexico going to be free to all, is it just an automatic thing? Is it only some of them? But it's also about how the land was purchased and how like we acquired Louisiana versus, and how some of the states even became a state. And it's a lot of that kind of stuff where I thought originally it would be more, I almost want to say more personal, and I'm not sure that that's the right way I want to say it, but like I thought I was going to follow somebody's story of them going to freedom in the South, and it's really not like that. However, it is still really good, and it's really informative, and it's something that I never realized even existed. So, do I recommend that book? Absolutely, I do. Absolutely. Um, what else? I'm also reading and doing, it's the workbook journal to the Unblank Your Habitat. And that's been really eye-opening as well. So if you struggle with housekeeping and kind of figuring out why or how to establish routines that you're going to stay with, I would highly recommend looking into that. The author also has a Patreon where she gives like the check sheets to kind of go through, like, okay, this is in each room, these are the basics kind of thing. Her Patreon is $1 a month, and she provides all sorts of tips and tricks and stuff. So you may want to check that out. Yeah, I can't think of anything else. I think that's all I've been doing. I'm going to need fast and easy recipes that I can make and take for like the nights we have classes. And then like Bean has a Saturday morning class. It's her English class. I think it's English. Could be philosophy, that I don't know. There's a Saturday morning class that she'll be taking, and it's like a 3-hour class. So now that's at this campus right by our house. So I won't stay there for the 3 hours, obviously. Although I may just grab a cup of coffee at the Starbucks and sit there and stitch. Need to be quiet. I may do it. I may have to do this. So yeah. I am looking for, I know this is going to sound, always looking for ducks, rubber ducks. Love rubber ducks are awesome. I need like a big, and I've seen, they're really expensive on Etsy. Like I ideally want like a 3-month calendar, like big enough where we can just, and then like 3 blocks underneath, so that we could do like mom's chores, Bean's chores, boy child's chores with little check marks for like 7 days a week. So like if you're, so you can check off if you have dishes, you know, kind of like, you can put like dishes on Tuesday or whatever it is. If your chore is always X, then it could go on there. But that way I can kind of, I can make sure I'm getting everybody where they need to be with. Y'all, it's a struggle when you are like, you know, it's a little bit easier just because we're all sort of at the same school, and we're all taking, ideally we will all be taking at least 2 classes together. But Oakland Community College has like 6 campuses, and so like our Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday class now, or my Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday class, are all the way out in Highland Lakes, which is really about a 45-minute drive. If it was at Auburn Hills, it's only 10 miles from my house. Like, realistically, we could run it. Probably take us 2 hours to get there, but you could if you had to. So there's that. So yeah, say prayers or good vibes that we can get Bean into ASL. Wait, no. Yes. ASL, not ALS, because I keep typing ALS, but that's Lou Gehrig's, and we don't want that. ASL, we need her to be able to get in, and I'm hoping that soon we'll get the information to get her into Comp 2, and the second algebra. I think that's what she needs, just out of, and I may try to call down to Madonna and talk to somebody else about why that sociology class doesn't count and what the heck. Principles of management info systems. It's got to have something. It's a computer class. It's an intro computer class. There's got to be an equivalent that will count. So we shall see. I'm excited. I'm nervous. All the things. I'd like to be able to come up with some cute little gift to give, well, Kat, because she's our dear friend. And then the kids on our first day back to school. I'm blanking on what at this point. So yeah, so if you've got an idea for that, there we go. Otherwise, I'm going to keep stitching on what I got to stitch. Like I said, we've got to work on Pikachu because it's due by Thanksgiving. I have to work on a couple cases. I think I tracked down that baby daddy. I think we got him. So hopefully he'll sign the papers. But I'm going to have to ambush him at work. So, should be interesting. So, on that happy note, I hope you guys have a great week. I hope you get lots of stitchy time. Oh, I did forget something. I met with the Stitchy Penguin. We Zoomed together. Well, it was really, I think we used FaceTime through Facebook. And we talked about our Monopoly boards. I'm totally excited. We are going to start December, is what we decided. Because we knew we weren't going to get them done for Christmas anyways, and like we both have stuff that we need to wrap up and get done first. So if you have the Monopoly pattern, hey Denise, like I said, we are going to start selling it in December. She is changing hers to stitchy stuff. I'm doing mine for my son, and it will be all music stuff. I'm totally excited now. It should be very cool. I know that my friend Taryn, she has a 3D printer. And so I'm hoping she'll like 3D printer me some of the like the little playing pieces. Because how cool would that be? So, it will be some music instrument research on my part because I don't know them all. But I'm very excited. We've got most of the big spaces knocked out. I have my little 3x5 card somewhere. I love 3x5 cards. Although I think these are 4x5s. I think they're bigger than 3x5. I write all kinds of notes on 3x5s or on file cards. And the other day I was at the store and I saw 4x6. Is that the size that I saw? They were kind of big. I think those are the ones Michelle McGraw writes her stitches on to keep track of them in her file cards. It's very exciting. So yeah. Okay, that really and truly is all. I have rattled for enough for you guys, and I'm sorry. I'm going to go ahead and upload this. We're going to say goodnight. You're going to have a great week. I'm going to have a great week. We're all going to get lots of stuff done, and who knows what's going to happen between now and next week that we get to rattle about. So yeah, so I hope you have a great week. If you have any recipes that you may want to share that may be easy for me to pack for dinner for 4, I joked I'm going to take my crock pot to class. May just be. Especially if they are gluten-free, dairy-free, and then Kat now has a liver condition, and she has to do the NASH diet. So low fat, low sugar, no alcohol. What else does she have to do? Low sodium. So yeah. I'd appreciate those helps. And then, yeah, we'll see. I have a couple things coming in the mail. Um, so you'll see those next week, and we'll go from there. So have fun, enjoy things. Check out the Common Threaded Stitcher on Instagram. If you're trying to reach me, best way is probably through Instagram, and I'm his Princess Kelly. And, you know, just let me know what I can do for you, and we'll go from there. Okay? See you later. Have fun. Get some stitching done. Bye.